Hey, folks. NXT just went off the air. Well, actually went off like 2 minutes ago, but we're here. We're here to review NXT. There's so much to talk about. We had a North American Championship match, which was pretty damn good, if you ask me. We had the reveal of Scrypts. And Booker T says, who's that in the main event? Should be a fun show. We see you guys in the chat already. So let's get ready to review some NXT after these intros. Hey, folks. Welcome to Unpopular Review, the NXT edition. I'm usually called the bad guy, but tonight I'm going to be called the Grand Poobah, and I'm joined by my usual partner, the Captain Shaykespeare, a.k.a. Shay Sawyer, a.k.a. Sawyer. Sawyer, how are you?
I am doing good. I just watched an exceptional match, so I'm pretty hyped up right now.
That main event was really, really good. But, I mean, I'm not surprised that main event was going to be good. I mean, these two guys are just so talented. And I can't wait to review it, actually. And it's something I picked up, right? And I was like, so I'm trying to get good on my Twitter game now, right?
Sure.
And whatnot. Well, as good as I can be before it apparently goes away, because I hear people now saying they have Hive. I don't know what that means. You could probably go to a doctor and get that checked out. Really, you should. But also, real quick, too, as I go further on, you're watching Unpopular Review. Give us a like, love, and share. If you're watching us on Facebook, if you're still there, share us on all different platforms. You're on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up. Share us as well. Twitter, hi. And Twitch. I don't know what you're, just hi on Twitch. Hi. But let's open up with the show. I see you guys. What's going on, George?
Hi, George. How are you?
Sweater time, George. What's going on, my friend?
How are you doing, George? Because I saw there was some attack. There was sweater vest violence tonight. So I know it probably, hit you hard. Are you okay?
NXT was solid. Absolutely. Yes. See, that's my right-hand man right there. There we go. I'm putting my fist out for you right now, buddy. Right there. That's my fist for you. Let's open up with NXT Toxic Attraction comes out. They did say they were going to open up after Mandy Rose victory last week. She single-handedly beat Alba Fire. I guess I saw a different match. Maybe it's because there's this whole stuff now in these movies with the universes and different multiverse and stuff. So maybe in another universe she beat Alba clean, because I thought Dawn, I almost called it Dawn Marie. Jesus, I'm mixing my people up. Alba Dawn comes out and interfered. I'm sorry. There's so many. It's names. What do you want from me? Interfered in that match. But Mandy Rose is on cloud 9. She is just celebrating her big victory. She is just like, yeah, I beat Alba Fire. I'm still champion. I'm still Nikita Lyons. We're going to get to him. I don't know what you mean by that, by the way, because I didn't see Reggie. But
Sir.
But Mandy Rose is talking some Mandy Rose stuff. She's sitting there saying, I'm the longest champion. And now she's talking about that Iron Survival match that's going to be at Deadline. So, she's talking about whoever wins, they're going to get opportunity for her. But she said there's no chance in hell. And I expected Vince McMahon to walk out, but I was disappointed he did not show up. But she said that there's no chance and she's going to be champion as long as she wants. So she said some Mandy Rose stuff. Then we have JC Jane and Gigi Dollins, and they're talking about how they want to get their babies back. The NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. And, that brings out Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. And then they say some Kaden and Katana stuff where they talk about how why are you laughing? You muted yourself.
I didn't even realize because you keep saying, "Oh, she's had some Mandy stuff," or she's had some Kaden stuff.
That's it. That's the best way. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure in the chat, bad guy said some bad guy stuff. Yeah, they know what that means because they know my lingo. Boom. But yeah, they said some really tiny stuff. They sat here and said, "Oh, well, we're the tag champs now, and you brought disgrace to this championship." I was saying a bunch of babyface stuff. And then they got in the ring because then there's the words eventually got to these tiny people. They got in the ring and they proceed to think that they could take on Toxic Attraction. So I passed math. It took me some time, but I passed math, right? I'm very proud of this. I got a certificate today that said I passed math. So I said, wow, there's 3 of them and there's 2 of them. Yet, and they got in the ring and they got the ass kicked. I felt no sympathy for them. Why would you do that? Baby faces just trying to be baby faces. And Toxic Attraction is the last. Once again, Toxic Attraction is the last women standing. Kat, what did you think about this segment?
Well, I just wanted to point out, Mandy definitely has been. There's no way she wasn't watching tapes of 2004 heel Trish. I just can't process that she hasn't, because she sounds so much like her. Like the way she delivers everything, it's so much like 2004 heel Trish. I will die on this hill. But I'm just, oh my god, I love Toxic Attraction. I know people hate them, but I love them. They are hot, smoking hot. They back up what they say. No matter how they do it, they back it up, okay? And you're just being a hater, okay? Okay, that's fine. You would be a hater, it's fine. Kaden jumped in the ring before Katana even did. Like, Katana, girl, you need to be on go. Like, you gotta, come on. Your friend already walking in here fighting 3 alone. Like, come on, get it together. But, I mean, I enjoyed the segment. I was confused that Nikita didn't help them. I mean, but honestly, they didn't help Nikita. So, you know what? Screw them.
Absolutely, I agree with that. You know what? That's why I call that sweet revenge. It's revenge just with a bunch of sweet sauce. So yeah, it's good for them. But we're going to talk about Nikita a little bit later. But that was the opening segment, and then let's talk real quick right here. Tony D, he shows up. Wesley to show him in the NXT parking lot. Hey, what's that? Saki the sock.
I love it. That's an amazing name.
It's a sock.
I love that name. It's iconic.
Saki the sock.
It's iconic.
Saki the sock joined the Jackpack community. We have nothing but epic people here.
You weren't even sure if you were okay with the name, and now you want to steal them from me?
Yeah, that's what I do. I just steal. Matter of fact, I got caught for stealing one time when I was 5. That's when I learned I had to get better. So that's why I know I'm improving little by little. But Tony D, let's talk about Wesley. You know, he has a match later in the night. He's going to go against Carmelo. And he's in the back to show him. He's dressed up. What he had, like a fish shirt or something like that. He had a unique shirt. I said, okay, my man's just, he's showing out.
Don't hate on this.
I have great fashion. I'm going to be in the Met Gala next year.
You're lying.
You know, I hate myself because I've been meaning to erase that every chance. Like every chance, and you do that. And the Jackpackers are not a fan of that, by the way. Matter of fact, H-Man, get prepared to open the door. Not right now. I want to save it for later. Not now, but prepared to open the door. But Tony D pulls up on Wesley. He told him he never forgot about what happened to him. Wesley was like, yo, I'm going. Sup? He says, oh, I apologize. I told you it wasn't on purpose. But he said, know what? You got next. Whatever. Let's go. So then let's talk about Cora Jade. She has a match against Wendy Choo, and I looked at this as a filler, like to give something to give Cora.
Cora is never a filler.
No, and not for Cora. I'm saying this match.
Oh, the match.
No, not Cora. I'm saying the match. Give her something to do. Keep her build some steam. I need you to calm down. Let me get to the point.
Keep you in check, okay? Don't talk crazy about Cora.
I am crazy. What are you talking about? Everyone knows that. I saw someone in the chat right here. Jackpack community, not a fan of that. Indeed, what? Oh, he's not a fan of what happened. And we got Boo Shay Boo. I love that. I love that.
Who said it? Who said it?
It's War Man. He's a part of my faction. Look at this right here. I love this right here. Who cares about DJ? Look at this. The greatest fashion influence, Shay. Hello. I can tell people right now when people ask when they say your fashion, describe it. I just say, I saw this shirt and I picked it up. So that's my tip. But Cora Jade against Wendy Choo. This was pretty good. I thought it wasn't bad. Like I said, it was to give something for Cora to reheat her. I mean, she lost what? That last pay-per-view. She won a match before that, and then it led to this. So you got to keep her hot. A possibility of her being in the Iron Survival match. I'm trying to remember the name here because it's just such a long name. It's
Iron Survivor.
Iron Survivor. So I think you got to keep her hot for that. And, poor Wendy Choo, right? Real quick to describe it. I'm not going to talk about arm drags or suicide dives, but, poor Wendy Choo, right? She loses the match. She gets orange juice tossed at her. And then she had the eyelashes like right here or something like that. It broke my heart seeing Wendy Choo like that because I like Wendy Choo. I didn't like that. Cora did some Cora stuff. I don't know. What did you think about this?
Well, I kind of knew that Cora was going to win. I did not expect that Cora was going to lose at all. It would not make any sense whatsoever. That's no disrespect to Wendy, but I can see that they're on a road with Cora. So it just wouldn't have made any sense. And also her getting the juice thrown in her face. I mean, the cardinal rule in wrestling with tables, you set them up, or if you bring it, you might just be the one getting hit with it.
Absolutely. She and real quick too, I was glad that this was mentioned because War Games is this Saturday. A cheap plug, we're going to be doing a top 5, not War Games, but top 5 Survivor. Was it Survivor elimination match? We should be. I passed speech. We should be doing it tomorrow. We don't have a time, but continue to follow us on all social media. But a top 5 Survivor Series elimination match. But also we're going to have a prediction show. It should be that Friday, I think. So, that cheap plug. But anyway, War Games, right? When they mentioned how last year, I didn't forget, but when they said it was like it opened a memory box, and it was like, right, Cora Jade was in last year's War Games, and she did that crazy suicide dive. I mean, not suicide. It was like a swanton bomb or something like that. And I remember the clip because she what happened? She landed on her arm. She was holding her arm, and then he was like, I know how to fix this. I don't know why I made it sound like a villain. I apologize. But she grabbed the arm, stretched it out. And I just thought that was some good stuff. That was actually a not groundbreaking, but it was a breaking moment for her, like literally, for Cora Jade. So I just wanted to point that out. But yeah, Cora Jade gets the win. She tries to use the bat. Wendy Choo stops her, and the ref stops Wendy Choo because now the ref won't do his jobs. Yeah, I guess you could really say that. Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, she takes the bat, pours the orange juice on her, hits it with the DDT, so Jade wins. So everything that Cap said, I agree. You don't have Cora losing. Not now. It's not the time. And I wrote in the back, Wendy's sad, and I was very sad for Wendy's. Wendy, not Wendy's. Wendy's is good, by the way. Let's talk about Apollo Crews. Matter of fact, real quick, we see you guys in the chat. Let's get you guys in the chat. You want to get some of these people in the chat, Captain?
Absolutely.
We got
no, you do it.
Okay, Mandy Rose is a promo god. That was a big praise. I wanted to say real quick when you said that and you praised it to Trish Stratus 2004, where she really found her stride. Because in 2002 she was really getting better as a wrestler, but 2004 Hill Trish Stratus, oh my god! I when I looked back at some clips some time back, I was like, wow, she was really. Not a nice word.
She was mothering. She was mothering the whole time.
No, mothering is a really good word. She was not a good word, but she was playing her role really good because I kid you not, she was because mothering is like when I think of mothering, I think of like this very wholesome, nice person. Trish looked like at that 2004 Trish would spit in your coffee in front of you.
She's too cute for that.
Yes, yeah, that is gross. What up, Grand Poobah? Did Triple H change your name too? I don't think so. We got H-Man. What's up? I mean, H-Man. No, you're G-Man. Oh,
hey.
I almost called him George, but Jeffrey. It's too many G's. I agree with Shay.
Hey, Andre. What's up?
What's going on, Andre? Andre seemed like a great guy. Join the Jetpack community. Kane Carter and Katana needs to realize that not every 3 versus 3 go 3 for. Oh my god. Sometimes you gotta read the comments first, but wow. I'm not gonna lie, H-Man. I gotta say that was a elite comment. There we go.
Stop.
There we go. This is why people come and watch us, because we're wacky. Tony D for championship long over. Really? Do you? Tony D, what do you think about that? Tony D for championship. What do you think about that, real quick?
Definitely, because even while he's injured and he can't wrestle, he's still maintaining his level of where he needs to be just because of his character work. So yeah, I would definitely be so on board for seeing Tony D get a title.
Okay. Let's see. They tease. I like this one right here, and I kind of thought that too when she was crying. I was like, maybe she stops doing the sleeping, not child. I want to say child, but you know her gimmick. So I don't know. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think she's so likable. I think this is a fun gimmick for her. I think maybe she was just upset because she threw, all of her drink in her face. But I don't think she's going to change her gimmick. I think it's way too popular with the crowd. And she's, I don't see any reason why they should change it at all.
And to be fair, Trish Stratus had a lot of time to get better. I mean, there's a chance for Mandy to get better. I mean, she has been improving. I can never sit here and say, and I've always wanted to make that clear, I'm tired of this run, but she's totally improved completely. Her return to NXT was one of the better choices.
Yeah.
Let's get that. What we got here real quick. Maybe next year, War Machine can participate in War Games with the War Pigs theme song. What is going on here? What?
War
Who's the War Pig? Well, let's talk about Apollo Crews. My man, Apollo Crews.
You know what that reminds me of when he says that? Do you remember the Paparazzi Productions with Kevin Nash?
Yeah. Alex Shelley.
He was doing like the psych evals, and he's like doing it for Loki, and he just keeps saying warrior. For everything. I don't know why it reminded me of that. Warrior. Everything was just warrior. I'm sorry.
Those used to be some really good segments. It was really silly. There was one where they did real quick, as you mentioned it, they did like musical chairs, and Loki sat down and he never got up. Like they kept playing the thing. He just never moved. And they were like, come on, you got to get up. The music played, and he had his arm for TNA used to be such a oh my God. Oh man. Yes.
Done, iconic. Yeah.
Oh man, such a great time in life, man. Apollo Crews. So for notes for this, he walks into a diner and he writes in his journal and he narrates. So I immediately said, oh, so now he's Doug. Now this guy's Doug Funny. Okay. All right. I was expecting Roger Clocks to come in and sit here and say, hey, run your money, funny. Just
stop it.
I want to have a countdown for leather jacket bad guys because Roger would make my list right underneath Grandpa Phil. Because I kid you not, he wore the leather jacket in Hey Arnold. But he writes in his journal. He talks about how he has a vision, and
has some words. Yes, get your words out.
No, she do. You know what's funny? I think I could have just like looked at what was in front of me without looking at the name, and I said, I know who that is. Hey, unofficial camera woman, what's up? Shout out to her. Please follow her on her YouTube. But real quick, like I was saying, he's in his journal, and he talked about this vision that he has about this match with Braun, and he has a vision of him winning the championship, which I sincerely doubt. But I just, once again, I feel like I said this a few shows back, it's going to be a good match. But you want to say anything before we go to Kiana James against Ivy Niles?
No, I mean, I agree with everything you said. Yeah, it was a good match. I enjoy where it's going, and it needs to be going that way. So yeah.
Fantastic stuff. Let's go with Kiana James versus Ivy Niles. Do you want to take the charge on this one?
Oh my God, this match was so. Listen, y'all are gonna have to stop sleeping on Kiana. Now, Ivy, we already know Ivy is good. We know Ivy is great. I mean, I really, really enjoyed this match. Like, how did you feel about this match? Because I feel like there were so many things. I was like, let me see right here. Because let me see right here. She did like the dragon sleeper. I love when she does a dragon sleeper.
Oh, that's good.
Queen. Like, I don't know where this is going, but I think Ivy is actually getting sick and tired of Julius and Brutus taking her spotlight. Because why they brought their big selves out there to just take away from her? You could have said what you had to say in the back. You could have asked Mackenzie, take it to the side, say, hey girl, we got some words for Indus Share. Come over here. You take it away from her. Like, she's definitely going to drop them very soon.
And you know what? She should. Look. I just want to throw out here. I have a lot of look. I'm about to do some bad guy stuff. All right. So real quick about this match. I wanted to watch the movement of Kiana James because and Ivy Niles because I don't see a lot of Ivy Niles. So the stuff I saw in the match I thought was impressive. Some of the moves that she was doing, and she was pretty good, pretty solid, pretty. I don't want to say super fluid, but I just thought her movement wasn't what's the word I'm trying to say? It's not stiff, not forced. It was like a fluid motion. So I really appreciated that. Kiana James brought out some really interesting moves. She did an inverted like backbreaker, and I was like, okay, all right, someone's trying to work on their move set, and I appreciate stuff like that. So I wanted to point out some things like that. Felon, I said Felon. Fallen, was it Henry? It's not Henry, but she comes out
Fallon Henley. Yes, she comes out to get her lick back because
last
week Kiana did the same thing to her. So you know what? Yep,
exactly. I don't like stuff like that. So what that she did that? So if Kiana jumped off a bridge, was she going to do that too? So she's a follower. I don't like followers. I'm not a fan of that. Hashtag followers stinks. Don't follow people, but follow me on Twitter. I need some followers.
Hey, Manchu, if anything, listen, she's gonna change that very soon. I feel like she's changing.
The diamond chin. That's an impressive move.
She's changing that soon.
But you said some stuff and you was talking about the Creed Bros. Yeah, I didn't like that either because I was like, they were like, congratulations, Ivy. That was a great job. Let me tell you something, Sheer. And I was like, whoa, where did that come from, brother? And all that stuff. And he said some Captain America stuff.
He did.
I don't like Captain America, so I already booed this guy. I looked for it to me.
Julius, he's a future.
Future pain in the ass.
Whatever. That's the same thing with Austin Theory. He's still the future.
The future sucks. I kid. No, I want to be a part of IWC and be mad. Me mad. I'm angry because I need a reason. But there was that segment. So, and also to this, that's going to be a match at Deadline, the Creed Bros against Industry. Then we got Al, what? I said that all wrong, didn't I? Okay. Al the Dawn, she has a promo. She talks about how she robbed Alba Fire and how it's going to be a great time. There was some spooky stuff here. Apparently, she's a witch. Oh my goodness. Who are you talking about? Who's he talking about? You keep muting yourself.
Oh my god. Okay. You didn't even talk about how Big Body Javi. I love him. He's so good. Stop. Don't be a hater.
No, I'm
listening. He wanted to fight Drake, and Drake, you know what? You better come to the stage or you're gonna lose all your street cred.
What was that? What was that song? That new song? What's the guy name? He said 20. What was it?
21. Do your thing, 21.
Yeah, he's gonna say 21. Do something for me, play something. 21. Do something.
Javi, can you do something for me?
And you will not be catching me on that review show. I will not be on this review show to be reviewing that. I was sitting there and said, "What the hell has happened?" He wanted to fight Drake. He wanted to fight Elon Musk, the Muskinator. Yeah, he said Elon Musk. He wanted to fight Elon Musk. And then he said he wanted to fight my man's wife right here, Vic's wife. And then someone on Twitter said, yeah, I saw something. And, I try to take it easy on Twitter, because it's already becoming like this area where it might not even be there tomorrow. And someone said, yeah, don't be saying nothing, Harvey, because Vic might do something. I said, Vic ain't going to do nothing. What are you talking about? He watched his best friend last year get his ass kicked. I'm talking about Johnny Gargano, and he didn't help when Grayson was laying in the Australian punches. So I don't think he's going to do anything against the Body. A name like that, I think he's going to get dominated. Just like Brock Lesnar dominated Undertaker at that one WrestleMania. But what do you think about the... What?
Some people are still healing from that. How dare y'all?
I'm great. What did you think about this Al Dawn? What do you think about this Al Dawn promo?
Oh, I love her. I love her vibe and what she's giving. I feel like it's different. I feel like she's definitely a person who can handle it. And I'm just excited to see where it goes. I guess they're carrying over their feud or, the issues they had in, NXT UK, and it's coming over to here, which I like because in a way that makes me feel like NXT UK is alive in some way. You know, I get the wrestlers are coming over, but it doesn't mean that they're alive because they're kind of infiltrating into, you know, the regular NXT. But for them to bring a storyline from NXT UK is like, it's still, you know, here. And I like that. So
I think it's pretty cool that they do stuff like that because, like somebody said before, is I didn't watch NXT UK, so I know there's a lot of history, rich history too. Like when they brought in JD and he picked up on his rivalry with Taylor and Dragunov, and even the superhero, I almost forgot his name, but A-Kid. I'm pretty sure they had matches over there too, and they just brought it here. So I think stuff like that is cool, and it gives a chance to I can see more of her and see what she can do. Because I've heard pretty solid things, like she's pretty decent, but I don't know that because I didn't watch. Didn't I say last week that Mackenzie and Javi were going to end up wrestling? You did say something like that. Good job, Jeffrey. You did say something like that. I kind of want to put this in one big segment, the stuff with Duke, but let's talk about the debut of Scrypts. This was wild to me. So I heard Scrypts, and for whatever reason, I kind of thought it was a stable because I think I felt like I kept hearing we. Maybe I didn't hear that. Maybe once again, I kind of passed school, meaning like I didn't listen. So I think this is just proving my point and my teacher's a point. Pay attention in school, folks. But Scrypt debut, so I see Scrypt. I said, oh, okay. So then I see someone flip out. I said, whoa, this guy's a flipper. He's a flip-flopper. Don't let Braun see you. And then he flips, and then the camera zooms in. And when the camera zooms in, I said, I had to like squint my eyes. I said, is that freaking Reggie? I said, that's Reggie. I said, that's that goddamn Reggie. I couldn't believe it was Reggie. And he was out there. He was flipping. Then he did some stuff. He worked on the, not apron, but like the, whatever the thing is to keep the barricade. There we go. That's what it is, barricade. He's walking in there like that. And he's doing some weird hand gesture moments. I thought he was auditioning for Doctor Strange school or being a part of Charm. I don't know because they do all that.
It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that going.
Yeah,
I agree, Jeffrey, because I feel like for it to be like hyped up as much as it was, I wanted it to be like, you know what? I'm not even going to say, you know what? I just feel like from what the promos were to what we got, it doesn't make sense because he seems very like, it's just not the same vibe of what we were getting from the promos. Am I wrong to say that? Like, I feel like it's a totally different.
Did you think like someone who was invading, someone who didn't have a so when he came out like the circus act,
he's dressed like the Curry Man. Like, it was ridiculous.
Don't do that to the Curry Man. The Curry Man had style. How dare you? He legit. No, he didn't. He had style. He had style because he had a little hat. This guy didn't have a hat. He had like stuff. I don't know what it was. I will say this. It looked like he's been working in the ring. I thought he looked pretty solid in the ring. I agree. The debut was a flop because I didn't even get the connection. Everything that Cap said was actually on point because I was thinking about someone who it's like some kind of invader or something, like somebody who's like trying to fight for a job. Matter of fact, I would have thought the guy would have came from the audience or something like that. Just something different. It just
essentially someone who kind of looked like Dijakovic. That would have made more sense.
Who? I'm sorry, Booker T at the end was hilarious. That's Dijakovic. Who? It's like Booker T have never seen. It's like Booker T have never heard that name. I'm glad you don't pay attention either, Booker T. I guess we just don't pay attention. We just some people.
I can't.
He does join the Jack Pack community. He's a part of it.
But he ends up having a pretty quick match with local talent.
Mm-hmm.
And
it was Guru. It was Guru something. I didn't get the last name to go on.
Oh my god, I never get his last name. You're right. I'm glad you said that. But he ends up leaving a note on his chest that says Scrypts. I don't like it. I don't like it already. I'm gonna give it time. I don't want to be one of those people that just like writes it off immediately. But right now, I'm a little cold on it, and I'm gonna give it time to see if I warm up to it.
And you know that's some really good stuff that you just said there because I am definitely not a fan, but things could change. But things can change. Like I said, I thought the in-ring was solid. I think he's definitely gotten better. I really do, because before, when he was doing the 24/7 stuff,
Yeah.
all he did was flip around. It's like I didn't see anything. There was no texture, and I felt like, at least here, I mean, yeah, he was still doing the flippy stuff, but he was still trying to put stuff together. And I could kind of appreciate that he was yeah, that mask right there. That mask really didn't help. No, do not sell that, WWE. I will not buy that. If I do buy that, it's just because I want to give someone a really bad gift. That is not a gift that you give anybody. Like if one of my family bought that for me, I think I would literally just turn heel on them right there. I would be like, I'm not gonna say. I'll say my trauma dump for later. Let's go on to the next segment. What do we have next, Cap?
All right, next we have the Schism. I really love this because we're getting more into seeing Ava and her acting ability, and she does it with her eyes. So they picked a guy out the crowd who kind of resembled Randy Orton. I don't know. I think it was like the eyebrows. Like, it gave definitely Randy Orton. Go back and look. I swear. He definitely was a crowd plant. Like, I could tell I'm sorry, you can just tell when it's a plant. You literally can just tell. But I loved it. They all kind of, talked about, how she said she kind of, shaded her family. She was like, blood don't mean nothing. I was like, oh, wow. Thanksgiving is going to be very awkward this year when that conversation comes up.
That would be great. You just see the Rock say, yeah, so what was that crap you said on Tuesday night, darling? Just cutting a steak with his hands. He don't even use a knife. He just uses his hands because he's just like, he's some kind of titan.
He just like chops the turkey.
You just see the turkey just splash all over the place. You just see Roman sit here and said, "This is why I don't come here." Roman just like,
Sammy at the table, my dog. Like,
I know, right? And Jimmy just and Jay just flips the table. He's just mad, annoyed, like, he's here too.
Jay's gonna be the one to end the whole argument, just angry. Why are we gonna do like a whole storyline? Literally,
I love it. No, I love this, and you just see Solo there the whole time, just like this. He just has his arm folded. He just like the turkey smacks him on the face, and he just doesn't budge at all.
I totally agree with this, Himanshu. Like, she's so natural, and just like the eye contact, like when you can act with your eyes. When she was hugging him, and it was like so dreamy and sweet in her eyes, and then her eyes just turned dark. I'm like, you would think this girl's parents happen to be actors. You would think, because that was so good. I'm loving it, and I just want to see more and more of it. And I think me and Jeffrey were talking about it earlier on Twitter about how we kind of knew that once she came with the group, they would get more time, and then we
absolutely
growth, and we are seeing it, and they're becoming one of my favorite things about NXT.
They're getting a lot more screen time, and it's really interesting too, because to think about where they were at 4 weeks ago, I would say 3-4 weeks ago, and then when she joined the stable, and then she's getting more reps, because it's good for both sides. It's good for them, because for a while it was like, hey, what's happening here with this faction? And then you add her, and then you get her, and she's getting more reps. And it's great that you pointed out that she's really good. And that's something really good when you can get your facials, when you can get your, like, you don't have to do a wrestling move, but you can get someone with your facials, your words. So thumbs up.
She's that girl. She really is. My dog. My dog. My dog. It's just so simple. If he does not release a shirt that just says "my dog," I would be very upset. Don't let me down, Sammy. Do not let me down.
Don't let us down, Sammy. Do not let us down. What else did we have? Well, real quick, this guy was sacrificed. You mentioned he was a plant. I knew he was a plant because he wore an NXT Vengeance shirt. I was like, no one wears that. That was my first proof. As soon as I saw that, I said, "Oh, okay."
This guy can't be real.
Yeah, like, who sits there and go on WWE.com and be like, yeah, nah.
Stop. Oh my god. So next we have Ruca. For me, she's definitely a one to watch. Oh my god.
You were saying that. You was giving her praise.
This match between her and Zoey Stark. Well, all of us knew Zoey was gonna win. She's on a rise and changing her she's heel now, so she definitely needs to get that momentum going into her program with Nikita. But honestly, this match was really good, and it was not really long, but it was so good. Like, so Ruca is the future. That's all I have to say. That girl is the truth. I don't want to hear it. She's the truth. That finish was cute. She didn't even have to do her normal finisher. She didn't do her normal finisher, but it worked for me because it was so sudden. That's the thing about Zoey and most of her moves. They're so sudden and impactful that you can be like, you know what? Okay, that's okay. You can end the match like that. Okay. I'm so just, these women killed it. And it was a short amount of time. It wasn't even like, I think it was maybe like 4 or 5 minutes. And they just were going. Very good. And so Ruca, she kept up. For her to be so new, and Zoey is seasoned, and for Sol Ruca to be keeping up with her how she did, she's the truth. I can't wait to see her grow. She's the truth.
Yeah, I thought it was cute. I would like to see more from her, and I mean, I think you nailed everything on the head with that. She's improving, and I think that's the thing I get. That's the thing I get. I'm sorry, just Warman is great. Just know, Shay, I hate Zoey Stark. just out of nowhere, just Warman. What up? I just thought that was so hilarious. Like, go. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
They were doing it.
Yeah, they were doing super kicks. I did want to say real quick too, when I was putting the notes together for tonight's show, and I started to notice. I said, "Wow, the women are really on tonight." Like, there was really almost like a all-woman show. I mean, obviously not, but a lot of women matches. As I'm going through these matches now, I'm like, "Wow, there was a lot of women matches," which is great. I think it's great for these women because a lot of them do need that time. That's why I say I would like to see more from Ruca. Is it Ruca?
So Ruca. Why are you saying Roku? Oh my god.
Because I have one. No, that's why. I really do. It's right here.
But Nikita then comes out after the match and she's pissed, rightfully so. But she does reveal some new and very, very good gear. I love the new gear. This, because I didn't like the old one because it looked so basic. This looks very cute. I love the color. Yeah, I love this new gear, and I can't wait to see how this goes. And I want to see the growth from Nikita in ring wise, because I know that's something that's been very like a big issue with her. Is just like she's still very green in the ring.
And she gets in the ring. She gets in the ring with someone like Zoey Stark. That's why I think everything with Roku, her being in the ring with her, that's great because
stop calling her Roku.
Can you not yell at me on the podcast? People don't like that. I'll say what I want. Oh, I'm done talking now. Now I'm done. I don't even want to give my thoughts. I'm really upset.
Yelled at me, so now it's okay. You call her Roku.
What's wrong with Roku?
That's her name.
Why'd she make it so hard?
I can't. So now we have. You know what? I want you to talk about what just happened because this is your guy. No, talk about
it. No. I am gonna take this. H-Man, I told you to open the door. Open the door. Von Wagner, you are out of the jetpack.
I love that idea.
Get out. Open the door, H-Man. What you did tonight, Von, I defended you. I defended the most powerful eyebrow in all sports entertainment. And all you did was spit in my face when you attacked those two brothers. I didn't like 1 minute of it. I sat here. My blood pressure went through the roof. I said, I defended you. And I had people on Twitter laugh at me. They said, yeah, that's your boy, right? I don't like being laughed at. It reminds me of 5th grade. It's not funny. Von Wagner, justice will be coming your way. And it's going to come out cold and rough. And that sounds very, very bad. And I hope someone buys you a Nick Cannon CD. That'll teach you a lesson. So I wasn't happy about this at all. You know, Malik and Eldris, they were sitting there saying, hey, man, we know you don't season your chicken, but why don't we hang out and let's do some, like, cool things. And then, no, George. I don't need – open the door for him too, H-Man. Kick George out. I want him out.
He's in the Sawyer squad, so
I don't care. Hold on, wait. Hold up, wait. Hold on. You said I can have this segment, and now you're taking it away from me. You're taking it away from me.
George, I will not let you attack. We've already seen one person with a sweater vest attack tonight. Stop the violence.
No, increase it. Increase it. Woo! But yeah, Vaughn attacks Malik and Eldris. Wasn't happy. Matter of fact, my note for this was not cool in capital letters. And I was very proud because I really like when I put the O, it was like a whole circle. And usually it's like that little crap in the middle. And then Big O comes out of nowhere. Odyssey. He finally sees his boy on the ground. He walks to us. I like how his boy got his ass kicked. He's like, "Hey, what's happening over there? Your boy's getting his ass kicked. Help!" Vaughn really upset me here. I need time to get myself together, but I was really bothered by this. And you know, I thought Twitter would be my friend, but no. And now, you know, I saw people laugh at me. I thought that was your boy. Nah, I take back my high fives. I take back my compliments. I am a fan of Jacket Time. Jacket Time, where are you? I miss you guys. What's the next segment?
What did you just say?
I don't repeat.
No. What did you just say?
Shay, do some tiny people. How can I be mad at Vaughn? That was beautiful.
Not the switch up. Well, he's gonna get beat up by Odyssey Jones, so you know.
Odyssey's a strong man. That man can like grab all 6 Infinity Stones with his pinky.
I can't. I can't with you.
I hate Jacket Time.
Now we have Pretty Deadly versus Chase U.
Can we talk about the setup for this real quick?
Yeah,
if you don't mind me talking about
that. You go first, and then I will talk.
Okay, thank you, madam. So, boom. All night, everyone kept trying to disrespect the big Duke, right? But Duke is like, I'm not duking you. Play on words. And it sounded really bad once I said it, too. But, you know, Duke kept telling everyone, like, yo, I bleed black and red, which I think is dangerous, and you should go see a doctor. But he believes in Chase University. Pretty Deadly sat here and said, come on. Well, first Grayson Waller sat here and teased him. He said, come on, man. I know that you're a fake. You're doing all that. You know, he thinks he's a phony. And Melo, I mean, Duke keeps saying, like, nah, it's real. I really believe in this. Pretty Deadly was like, get out of here. You want to play some cards, a casino, or something like that? And he's like, no, I don't do that. They get into a little scuffle. They get into a fight. Chase is talking to somebody. I wanted to make sure I had this guy's name because he was giving him like this pep talk, this lesson and everything. I thought, yeah, his name is Mario. He's talking to Mario, and when Duke gets to him, he tells him everything. He says what happened. They got into a scuffle, but they're gonna get a tag team championship match. And he's so excited. And Mario's like, "Good for you." And Duke is like, Andre's like, "What the?" He curses him out and tells him to leave. And then they talk about preparing for the match. So please take the floor now, Cap. We'll talk about that after. Sure.
We will. I just want to say, I don't know if you noticed the shift where they're all standing around Duke and everything Duke is saying is like everything to them, how they're looking at him. And then also, even after the match, I know I'm skipping a little bit, but Thea was more concerned with how Duke was doing and just was leaving Andre just following them behind as she's like taking care of Duke. He is a plant. He's a mole. He's trying to ruin Chase U from the inside, and he's trying to do it by stealing all of his students. That is what's happening here.
Unbelievable. I can't believe you got... is anybody wearing their thinking caps? This man is trying to save Chase University. I cannot believe the blind society here right now. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He was there to help. They were trying to win some championship gold. And Andre got in the way because, you know, oh, look, I'm the teacher. You know, no, just, sometimes the teacher can be taught. So I'm glad that everyone's behind Duke. But I also want to say this real quick. I'm really happy for Duke. Like when I was watching him on screen, I said, yo, I'm happy for my dog. My dog is on TV because for the longest time, you know, one time we did a show and I think we both stopped and said, yo, where's Duke? We were like, where is Duke? So I'm really happy that he's honestly getting some screen time and this Chase story. I don't want to say I look forward to. It's not necessarily like a main storyline of mine. I necessarily care about, but I'm so happy that Duke is getting that time and the element, the people in it. Cause I like Chase, Andre Chase. He's hilarious. He's great. But I'm really happy that Duke is getting time because he's someone I just felt like, why are we not doing anything with him again? Like, I didn't understand that. I just like, for me, I didn't understand that.
Valid. But I really, I thought this match was really good. I feel like
Yes,
Pretty Deadly is so underrated in ring wise. Like I feel like because of their character work, it kind of overshadows, which is not a bad thing, because at the end of the day, having a good character is such an integral part to being a wrestler. Like you have to have your character down. That's how you sell your merch. You have to have it's so important. It's how you get the crowd invested. Well, some fans, wrestling is just it, but some wrestling fans need a little bit more. That's
right. And it's funny too, because to me, like, because there's wrestlers I like and they're actually wrestlers, and I'm like, I'm fine with that. And there's wrestlers who do that, and I'm like, wow, you suck, but it's boring to me. So it's really cool when people get at layers like these guys. You miss bro. I almost said Broham, but Brody.
I hope he's doing okay.
I'm pretty sure he's doing fine. Listen, he got. Mm-hmm.
No, I was gonna say also during the match, Theo got knocked out by one of the Pretty Deadly members. I'm blanking on the names. I'm sorry. I know it's Cardinal. It's just a terrible, terrible sin. 12 lashes. But yeah, she got knocked out, and I mean, I guess they love to kind of really involve Thea a lot in the matches, which means that they really see her as an important part of this whole storyline.
She is.
So I mean, I can't be too mad at that. And then also Duke drop kicking the big boot. He gave him the biggest freaking boot ever.
Was that your version of a big? What was that? Also, was like, did you say?
It was a really hard. It was a really aggressive big boot. A big boot from a big man, and Andre went down. Like that was it for him.
That might have been a size like 13. If that hit you in the face, you ain't getting up. No, you ain't getting up. No, that was a big boot. That was. But it's funny you mentioned how after the match, how they walk out, all of them walking, and Dia, she's checking on Duke, and Andre's in the back, so Andre's like the third wheel, like, I guess I'll just go here. And so it's kind of hilarious when you mention it. Someone go ahead. I'm sorry.
I wasn't talking.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say something. I didn't want to interrupt you. What was that?
It was a laugh. Stop laughing.
Someone in the chat mentioned real quick about Braun Breaker having a midlife crisis. I kind of really dig this a little bit. So if I could talk about it a little bit, I like that Mr. Wolf, he was not woofing. He sat here and no, he's not. Why would he get in trouble? Because he has a size 13. Come on, like what? Andre should have moved. Come on. But I kind of dig this segment because you got layers to Braun here. So when we see Braun on air on TV, he's always like yelling and he's barking and probably just hopefully he don't headbutt a locker, because only fools do that. No shade. But I thought this was a pretty deep. Why are you staring at me like that?
I know, because you're being shady. You want to say no shade.
Would you say Slim Shady? Come on, H-Man. Put an LOL for that. That was good. Come on, H-Man. Do that. Say ha-ha, please. That's honestly how my supervisor, when I ask for a raise. It's literally him. But they showed this layer to him. Yes, absolutely. They add layer to his character, and I also love him getting more broke after every defense. Yeah, so and that's something Apollo mentioned from earlier, right? When he was talking about he's having all these title defenses, which he has. He's been really going nonstop. And talking about how when he does, which is surprising. I would have never thought he was a fisher, but cool. I mean, whatever calms you down. I can never fish. I suck at it, but shout out to him for doing it. But he's fishing. He's talking about that's how he relax, how he gets back into the zone. And I did like this because it just showed another side of him. He's not yelling. He was talking regular, and it just caught me. I was like, wow, this is something I think was needed for him to show a different side of him that we don't get to see. So I thought this was good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So let me see. So what's next? We have is Carmelo Hayes versus Wesley for the North American title. This match was so it was so good. It really was. And then Carmelo comes out and he has the I am him, and he has the shirt that says
I am him. I am him. Let's go. I am him.
I love him. He's great.
Tremendous.
Yeah, so I mean, I was all for it, but he was wearing pants. I don't know what is going on. It's like a pandemic.
Oh, shut up.
You know what? I'm never going to speak about my trauma. You're the only one that gets to trauma dump, but I can't trauma dump.
Because mine's is funny. Go ahead, take the floor. You really hurt, so go ahead.
Anyways, so earlier in the show, Wesley had tricked Trick Williams, I know that's like saying it twice, into not coming out to the ring with Carmelo and kind of making it even. I think that's what Wesley's issue has been for this entire time that he and Carmelo have been feuding. Is just, can I get you one-on-one? Can I get you without this tall man for like 2 seconds, please? And he got it for like a little bit, but they were on fire from the very beginning of this match. I mean, it was insane. Wesley did this move. It was like an inverted natural selection, but also like a DDT. I don't think I've ever seen that. Personally, I've never seen it. I thought it looked cool. Wesley just does things. And he did like a drop kick to, it was a low drop kick to Carmelo, and he did a backflip. The things that this man does, it's inappropriate because it's too good. It's just too good. And then Carmelo already being his outstanding, amazing self. I gotta tell you, when I knew there was gonna be just them two, I was worried, and I felt like maybe Carmelo might win. I'm sorry, I just see Carmelo as a person that he shouldn't lose often. I don't know why, but I feel that way because he's a star. He just shouldn't lose often. So I was like, oh, is he gonna win? Is he gonna lose? I was very on my toes. But I think the right man won. I think that Carmelo has had his time. He has staked his claim. He has made his name for the North American title. No one can ever take anything away from him and what he's done with that title. So, I mean, he didn't need to get it again. And I think Wesley is going to be a great champion. We need a face champion for a little bit of time, you know? And we see where it went afterwards. So I'll let you talk about the match as well, and then we'll talk about what happened after.
This was a great match. I do want to talk real quick. You talked about Melo's gear. Something I noticed that it was black and gold. And you know what else is black and gold is the Hurt Business stuff. So when I saw that, I was like, I just thought that was cool. I mean, I don't know if it was a nod towards them or anything like that, but when I saw those colors, I was like, yeah, I missed the Hurt Business too, man. I missed the Hurt Business too. I thought the entrance where Wesley, when he was coming out, I put rocks because it looked like rocks. But it must have been a volcano. And the only reason I say volcano, it was a volcano. Okay. And I thought volcano because when he came out, his shirt was like ripped and everything like that. So it was like, oh, he climbed out a volcano. So that was stuff that I got out of that. Just to show the climb that he had to do to get the championship. This match was really, really good. I mean, I refuse to go all the moves. But yes, the pacing was great. But I knew this match was going to be great. Now, the only time I didn't think Melo was going to win at all. The only time I sort of thought that he was going to win when Trick came out. I said, oh boy, maybe they do it. But I've said it for a while. Melo has he has elevated that championship so much. Now the next person is up to the next person. And Wesley, I have faith in him doing that. Melo now needs to go for the NXT championship. He needs to go on to other things. He has made that belt so damn important. He has done a tremendous job. He calls it a championship. He's just done so much for that belt. Like, what's next? He could have had a third reign, and I'm pretty sure he would have had a banger of a reign. But Wesley being the champion, I'm for it. Happy for that he won, and I love that. I love the finish. He did this. He did this I forgot what he did to get into it, but it was like, and I'm just gonna say a Hoovy driver because I'm just old school. I grew up in the '90s in Hoovy or Falcon's Arrow, however you want to call it. But I'm just gonna say Hoovy driver, and I did love that finish. I loved it. I was like, wow, that was a finish. I missed when that move was a finisher. So I was like, that's so cool, and I'm happy Wesley won. And let's talk about that finish, which Booker T was freaking flabbergasted about.
Yeah, I also want to touch on what Himanshu said. I do agree. I love the pacing. There's a way to do the flipping and all that extra stuff in the ring when you pace it correctly and you don't make it completely just about doing 20 super kicks and 20 flips they do it. They always do well. Carmelo and Wesley, they always do that well. So yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out.
We got H-Man. He said he needs to win the Iron Survivor match.
Yes,
well,
yes, Himanshu. It was a Michinoku driver.
Yeah, that's what I was pointing at. Like, that's what I meant to say. Yeah. I just want to point real quick because I screenshotted these because I didn't have time to run them. But he mentioned the Iron Survivor match, Iron Survivor Challenge, and they said Michaels is going to have another huge announcement about it for next week. So we're probably going to get the competitors next week. Also, next week we're going to get Roxanne Perez against Indy Hartwell. Apparently, if you go on TikTok, you can start beef that way.
That's all the rage now.
I know,
recorded arguments backstage. That's all the rage now.
And we got Fallen Henley against Katana James next week, and also we got Toxic Attraction against Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, and Nikita Cross. Oh my God, Nakia Lyons. I'm pulling through here, guys. I'm trying to make it work. You suck, Charmaine. How dare you?
Also, how did you feel about Dijakovic and his new look? It's
I'm happy that Dijakovic is just getting a chance. Like, I know not everyone can be main eventers, and I understand that, but there's certain people I like, and I just go like, why are we not kind of doing anything here? So, this new look. Matter of fact, it was weird, right? So it also yes. See, you know what? Yes. I love that they did not need a Canadian Destroyer even once in the main event. Not everybody can relate to it.
Or a cutter. I swear.
That's starting to bother me now. Like, legitimately. No. It really is, because a lot of matches I see a cutter and I'm like, nah, like, where's the creativity? Like, one of my big problems now in wrestling is, like, there's no creativity. Like, everyone got a super kick. Everyone almost has a spear. It's something. The Canadian Destroyer, right?
Yeah.
And I don't mean to go into a tyrant, but it's gonna happen. So I remember the time in the early 2000s, Petey Williams did a Canadian Destroyer. It was mind blowing. I said, "Whoa, never seen that move before." It was just whoa. And then we 10, 15 years later, one of the Midnight Express guys are doing it. I said, the 60-year-old is doing it too.
No, and that's the thing is, like, also the Canadian Destroyer, I feel like it's such a devastating move. It looks really devastating. It shouldn't be a move that you kind of spam, multiple times. Like, it shouldn't be a spammed move. Why is it
a transitional move? That's the problem. Matter of fact, what was it? Real quick, there was that match that is so mean. He just used Just for Men. He probably did. He wanted to look,
You know what? He looked like what I expected Scrypts to look like.
You're not lying. Maybe. No, wait.
Scrypts seems like Scrypts seems so, like, imposing. I expected to see someone who was physically imposing. Reggie.
Well, you thought originally that was him.
Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm. I expected someone a little bit more physically imposing. Nothing against Reggie, but obviously he's more of, like, of small stature. He's more of like a cruiserweight. I expected someone a little bit more Dijakovic. I'll just keep saying Dijakovic.
I feel like what happened was Dijakovic was supposed to be like in that outfit and stuff, and he said, nah. And they just switched everything. He said, that don't work for me, brother.
Brother, I can't. They did. They switched him up. And I don't know what that finisher. I feel like maybe he kind of botched it a little bit, that finisher, because at 1 minute it looked like one thing, then it looked like a GTS, then it looked like it was like 20 things going on with that move. I need to see it again. I need to rewind it, slow mo it, because I was confused.
Oh, that's funny. But that was pretty much NXT. Yes, actually, George, I have played Sonic Frontiers, and it is kicking my ass. But it's a fun game. It's a fun game. What was I gonna get to? Okay, so that was pretty much NXT. We'll be back here next week for it, but we're gonna do some quick plugs before we go. We got this all done in like under an hour. I'm proud of us. Let's start with he missed the kick.
He did.
See, I at that point, because we were talking before we got on air, right? And you was mentioning like, did you see him not even struggle, but like didn't know what he wanted to do. Yeah. And I was like, oh, by then I already started zoning out so I could start prepping. But once again, Booker T's being unaware of what's going on is probably my favorite thing. I think Booker T not knowing what's going on is my favorite thing. Okay, let's plug some shows, right? As I clear my throat. What happens on Monday here, Kat?
All right, so we have the Perfect Plex Talk radio show with Mike Knox with 3 X's, and then we also have The Z is Silent. This is for the intelligent wrestling fan. So if you're not giving that, don't pull up. But if you are, definitely pull up. It's 6 o'clock on Monday.
You know, real quick, I just learned today. Chris, the executive consultant, told me it's called The Mike Show. And now I just want a reality show of Mike, just like, I don't know, like The Mike Show. I want it on MTV. Replace ridiculousness, because I don't even understand how that is even still on. Like, I've been watching the challenge lately, guys. And also cheap plug here, because what about this show right here? This is the plug.
Tomorrow is the challenge review show. I think this is episode 6 or 7. It's gonna be very, very juicy. So definitely pull up. It's gonna be at 9:30 tomorrow, directly after the show.
You gotta check them out. Check them out. Also, you guys gotta check out AEW. They're gonna be reviewing right here. They're gonna be they're going to be Yo, when I saw this picture online, I said, I am using this for the show. I don't know if you guys can see who Jade is pointing at, but she is pointing at somebody. It's little Bow Wow. Now, we kid, that's not the actual picture. But we have you check out the AEW crew. They're going to be on tomorrow right after Dynamite go off the air, as they review and they talk about all the fallout from Full Gear. So check them out. We had a question. What was the question? So we can answer. I think we actually answered some of it. That. Oh, it wasn't. I kid you not. It wasn't us. I saw it online and I said, I'm using that. No.
This is the question from George. Which woman will get a chance at the NXT Women's Championship for NXT Deadline?
Oh, you mean like who is Mandy defending the title against?
Yeah.
Right now, I don't feel like anybody. I don't think she's fighting. I don't think she's competing that night. I don't see her competing. We got 3 weeks to go, so there's time, but I don't see her competing. I think right now they're trying to use that as a vehicle, that Iron Survival Challenge. Such a long-winded name, but this match, they're going to use that match as a vehicle to have an opponent for her for, I would say, January. So I don't think she's competing that night. I don't think so, but I could be wrong because we got 3 weeks. You have anybody?
I think Roxanne, if anybody. If anybody, it probably would be Roxanne. That's the best I can really come up with.
Okay. All right. What else we got here? Tomorrow we're going to be having a top 5 right here. Elimination matches. It should be fun. So check us out. I don't know the exact time, but once again, follow us on social media. We're going to bring back one shots. We took 2 weeks off. We're going to be talking about Cyberpunk. I have not watched that yet, so I have to get ready to start watching that. So if you guys like the entertainment side of things, tune in. It's fun. And we will be having predictions. We should be having it on Friday. Survivor Series is this Saturday. And, you know, I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be a fun show. A lot of people have not been a fan of the build. But the matches on the card, I'm excited. AJ against Finn. I think that's going to be great. I think the male Survivor Series team is that good? Okay, I see you say, let's go. All right. We got a fan here. All right. Yeah, Mackenzie's going to be in the match. Mackenzie's going to be facing Mandy. That would be great. And you know what? I would hope Mackenzie would win. But, you know, Vic is just too much of a punk. He wouldn't even help his wife.
Oh my gosh! Not the
stand
Vic slander. You stop.
You stop before I make a picture of you that big too. I'll do that too. I'll do that. No, I won't do that. I don't want to get beat up. And also, cheap plug here. What's this thing that we got going on for us, Kat?
The Big Pop Theory podcast with me, Shay Sawyer, and the bad guy, Jack, not Grand Poobah. Every Monday we have a new episode where we discuss all the current events of wrestling, not just, NXT. Cause obviously we don't get to talk about everything too much. Occasionally when we talk about TNA, somehow it just happens. But we will be discussing everything. We went over Full Gear. We went over Overdrive. We went over a bunch of different shows for this past episode. So if you haven't checked out this recent episode, I advise that you do.
It was actually... don't be. She was very passionate, but it's a really fun show, and one of the fun things about it, because not a lot of wrestling podcasts they talk about Impact, so it's actually really cool to watch Impact, and it has gotten a little bit better. It's not the same for me like how it was years prior, but it's still some entertaining stuff. We talked about Bully Ray and his little trophy, and he had a man's wife and said, "Don't move, sit down, don't move, I'll do it." And like I said in the audio podcast, if Bully Ray wears shorts, don't trust him. That's when you definitely do not trust him. If he shows them thighs, But yeah, please check it out. There's links to all that stuff. And that's pretty much the show. Let's check the chat real quick. We got some laughter in here. We need to have Vic versus Bad Guy Jack at WrestleMania. He don't want a piece of me. You kidding me? Yes.
Also, this will be my final word. So when you ask me if I have anything last to say, this is what I have to say.
Sure, take the floor.
Someone has a birthday tomorrow, so I'm going to give them a special happy birthday.
Is it? Who is it?
It's George.
Oh!
Okay, let's go. Help me.
Let's go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear iconic George.
I'm not saying that shit.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday, George. Everyone in chat say early happy birthday to the man. Hey, listen, George, thank you so much for always tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in. I mean, we're getting ready to call it a night. And it's Thanksgiving week. So however you're celebrating it with friends, family, however loved ones, have a safe Thanksgiving. And we want to say we're thankful for you guys because this is fun because of you guys. You guys make this so much fun. And we appreciate you guys so much. So everyone have a safe Thanksgiving. And we love you guys. So thank you. And I guess we can sit here and say, oh, is that the cue to say goodbye? That's the cue to say goodbye. So we say, oh no, wait, I messed up. I'm so sorry.
Do it with me. Let's go. One.
Oh, wait, two?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Don't rush me. I'm under pressure. All right, let's do it. Bye, folks. Hey, you guys are great. Have a great Thanksgiving and adios, amigos.